It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Boston Celtics as they go up against the Portland Trail Blazers at Moda Center. For the Trail Blazers, they won their last contest, that game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. That game was a dominant performance. Always nice to win one going away, but it's just one game, and they'll be ready to go tonight. Battling it out tonight, two offenses that tend to live and die by the three. Shaq, do you think the league is becoming too perimeter-oriented?
Yeah, Kenny knows this. He has 2 rings, I have 4. Championship-level teams usually challenge you outside and inside. You got to keep the defense guessing, Ernie.
Well, the perimeter offenses have become a lot more sophisticated. 25 feet from the baskets, it's hard to impose your physicality against anyone on the defensive
There's
end.
nothing sophisticated about jacking up 83s in the game.
Well, you know what? It's hard to be physical when guys are not even coming near you.
For a guy who likes to shoot the three, would you like to be playing today?
I would, not to toot my own horn.
Go ahead, toot your own.
But I'm going to toot it. I would average easily a 20-point game. Easily 20 a game. Being able to take the amount of threes that they have to take, 20 would be, I would be disappointed.
Drown him out.
I would be so disappointed if I didn't get 20 every night. It's the easiest era to play it. How can you shoot up 23s and call yourself a point guard? So, this is ridiculous. Any scrub can play in this era. Kevin, anybody can play in this era, Kevin. Anybody.
On the floor for the visiting Boston Celtics. At shooting guard, Marcus Smart. At power forward, Jason Tatum. At the 11 forward position, Gordon Hayward. At center, Al Horford. At the other guard position, Kyrie Irving. The head coach of the visiting team is Brad Stevens.
Small forward position, 6 feet 7 inches, number 1, Evan Turner. The other forward position, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 8, Al-Farouq Aminu. Man in the middle, 7 feet, number 27, Yusuf Nurkic. At the shooting guard position, at 6 foot 3 inches, number 3, CJ McCollum. Weaver State, wearing number 0, Damian Lillard. The head coach for your home team is Terry Stotts. Once again, your Portland Trail Blazers.
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us, and from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. Celtics are looking to end their road trip here with a strong outing. Well, they're entering a bit of a soft spot in their schedule, facing off guys against some of the lower-ranked teams in the league, and we'll see if they're able to take advantage and pad their win total.
And, you know, for Boston, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
Well, we know what they're capable of, and these fellas aren't waiting around. They're putting the hammer down. I mean, not holding anything back.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Hayward out there with Jason Tatum. Then there's Smart. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Horford in at the 5 spot. And Al-Farouq Aminu gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And here is Horford. And stolen by Lillard. You know, Chris, I don't know if we can call it unexpected, but a couple highly regarded rookies have struggled so far to begin the year right out of the gate.
You have to learn your way in here. Just because you were great on one level does not guarantee you success at this level. And that's why you have to come in with a great work ethic and an open ear and a heart that's really trying to understand the concepts of the game. It's a huge adjustment going from college to the pros. You think about it, you're playing against guys that are stronger, guys that have more of a mental advantage because they've been through the situation that you're going through the first time over and over and over. The game is much faster, players are much better, and the thing I think is usually the biggest kind of separator of levels is that your athletic ability no longer means anything. Very rarely do you come from college being the best athlete and now the best athlete in the NBA. So many different levels, and you just hope that guys don't get caught in the struggle, but understand that the struggle for any player is part of the game, part of the transition from college to the pros.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting calls, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often. His percentage from the field is not very strong this quarter.
Now let's find out what head coach Brad Stevens had to say to David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, look, he thinks their long-range shooting can make all the difference, not taking anything away from the defense they're going up against. But he did say he'd be surprised if his guys didn't shoot a high percentage from outside. Pretty confident coach, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. Knocks down the 3 ball. Lillard's got his first 3 points of the game.
You better play up on Lillard at all times, especially when the pass is coming his way. You got to know he's ready to shoot once he catches it.
Irving looking for an opening. Over Lillard. A nice shot by Irving.
Torch from mid-range. I mean, that's almost unmatched. I mean, Irving is dead eye from that range.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Nurkic dishes to McCollum. High, arcing shot, and he lays it up and in.
And it's encouraging whenever McCollum scores inside, proving that he's more than just a jump shooter.
Irving against Lillard. And that one's good, Irving. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now, here's Lillard. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Clippers. Here's McCollum. That shot off. Now the Celtics take it the other way. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season.
Yeah, and they got the better of this matchup both times they faced off last season. Do they still have their number?
I don't know, Greg, but what I do know is that we're looking at a possible finals matchup. These are two of the league's most dangerous teams, no doubt.
Here's Nurkic. After Gordon Hayward's bucket, Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Nurkic with it. Now defended by Hayward. Count it. Lillard's got 5 now.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, Kev, I mean, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Outside, Smart. Back to Irving. From deep 3-point range. Good, and Smart gets the assist. 7 points for Kyrie Irving.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity. from deep.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And think about this Portland team, very solid on defense. They do a good job of closing out on shooters, both in the mid-range and deep. I mean, they can improve, but they're still a very tough team to score against at times.
And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for Irving. He's around 31 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
Yeah, impossible to check right now. When he's on a roll like this, there's not much you can do to stop him.
Nurkic kicks to Turner. Irving against Lillard. From deep. The shot missing. Now Boston takes it the other way. And for the Blazers, their defense, Chris, is something that can get overlooked.
Yeah, they don't do a great job of forcing turnovers. Bottom 3 in the league last year in that regard. But they are a very good rebounding team, and they play well as a unit. I love the way they rotate to cover up for each other.
Now, here's Lillard after Gordon Hayward's miss. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Lillard against Irving. Lillard left side, just 5 to shoot. Shots good by Turner.
Turner really needs to keep hitting these outside shots. When he does, it stretches out the floor for his teammates.
Outside Irving. Pass to Horford for 3, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going that way.
Lillard from outside, and another 3 for Portland. For Boston, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Goes up on the high post, and another basket for Boston.
Tough trying to stick with Curry, especially when he's involved in the screen and roll.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 3. Turner looking around. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Oh, the floater's a tough shot, even when you're that close to the bucket.
For Boston, they've gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Hayward outside. Back to Irving. Clock at 6. And the slam dunk by Irving.
I like when Irving turns on the jet. Amazing quickness on the drive from the speedy guard.
Lillard against Irving. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by Smart. Celtics leading by 3. From about 16. Kept alive. The second effort. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And the handles Irving possesses, I mean, unreal. The great Isaiah Thomas, Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas, told me Irving might have the best handles he's ever seen.
And with all the drama, Greg, that has followed Irving the past few seasons, he reached out to Kobe Bryant for some guidance.
And just like Irving and LeBron had to go their own ways, so did Kobe and Shaq. Very few players know what it's like to be in a situation like Irving, but Kobe's one of them. And Kobe gave Irving the confidence to not be afraid of standing out in his career decisions, and so far it's paid off handsomely.
NBA offenses have always been complex, and they always are evolving, but C-Web, the movement and precision now seems to be at another level. Would you agree?
You know what, Kev, I disagree a little bit with that. You know, having played in different teams with some complex offenses, it's still all the basics. You still have the old flex offense, and that's nothing but what Utah, Karl Malone, and John Stockton used some 20 years ago. You still have triangle principles, which is what Jordan and Pippen used some 20, 25 years ago. And if you really want to go back to the Bob Cousy days when he played with Bill Russell, you still have a lot of throwing it into the post and cutting off of it. I think the players have evolved and the players' skill sets are better. But as far as offensive sets, I don't see that much has changed, except how do you execute them, and can you execute them with having the right position players with the correct skill set on the floor at the time that you're calling the play.
I love your honest appraisal. Here's Stauskas. And Lillard kicks to Harkless. Over Tatum. And an air ball on that one. Way off. Morris outside. It's stolen by Stauskas. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Curry is inside. Brown's there. Curry is inside. Guarded by Tatum. And the basket by Curry.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Well, this is just another case where being aggressive wins out.
And finished off by Horford.
Horford is a big, athletic player who is so skilled inside. I mean, he uses his long arms incredibly well for jams like that one.
Tipped away and stolen by Tatum. Unable to get that one. And it's Portland the other way.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Lillard, the pass to Curry. Back to Lillard. Off target from three-point range. Brown outside. Out to the wing. Horford kicks to Brown. Passes it to Horford. Just 5 on the clock. Brown outside. Misses the 3. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against the Jazz in Salt Lake City.
And when you shoot a high percentage from distance, that gives you momentum and really keeps the opponent on the ropes.
Well, especially important on the ropes. Sinking those deep shots makes it hard for the other team to build momentum.
Here's Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
And the thing about Tatum, you may not have the quickest drive, but the finish is explosive.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Leonard with the ball, and it's Horford picking him up, and the call will be against Al Horford. That's his first foul. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Celtics. Rozier comes in for Irving. Here's Lillard. He's got 8, and that one drops for him. Lillard's got 10 points.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Rozier the pass to Tatum. Curry against Brown. Shoots over Curry. The kick out to Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Over Harkless. Here's Baines. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Baines has got his first bucket of the night. Trailblazers trail by 7. Lillard surveying the D. Shoots from 12. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
Rozier kicks to Baines. Morris outside. Tatum on the wing. From deep. Drains it from beyond the arc. 9 points in the game so far.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
Curry against Brown. Lillard left side. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
He's giving them a nice lift this quarter. The shots are falling. Well, think about it, Kevin. The skill set of Lillard, he has incredible range. He can get his shot off with ease with his dribble combinations. I mean, he's crafty when he gets inside. He's a complete offensive threat.
One shot.
And Lillard, one of the league's top shooters, C-Webb, also deadly in crunch time.
Well, Kevin, he calls it dang time. I mean, he's hit numerous big shots in his career in both the playoffs and regular season. With his mentality and ability to create, I mean, he is lethal late in the game.
Now, here's Brown. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Utah.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Rozier against Lillard. Here's the three. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Right, but once Lillard gets going, it's fun to watch. I mean, he attacks with such ferocity.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And Baines kicks to Tatum. Rozier against Lillard. From deep. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Boston. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We've got more in store for you right after this. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard broke down the keys.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say, let's be consistent, let's play hard, let's do all of these things. And I think as competitors, as professional athletes, we're going to play hard. You're going to be competitive because we're competitors. We don't make it to this level for no reason. But I think at this level, you also have egos.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Aggressive rebounding in that first quarter, that's what's given them the advantage.
Well, it does a couple of things. It gives you more opportunities, but it also sets a tone. They're the more physical, the more dominant team right now.
Curry is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Myers Leonard. Then there's Mo Harkless. And it's Stauskas in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Lillard with it. There's the pass to Stauskas. Back to Lillard. And Rozier pulls it down.
He loses concentration at the moment of truth and blows the layup.
Leonard with the steal. Here's Stauskas. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Rozier the pass to Brown. Morris outside. Shot clock at 5. Brown kicks to Baines. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
Boston's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Pass to Rozier. It's stolen by Curry. Over in the corner, Lillard. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Lillard's got 21 in the game.
Well, he's reason number 1 there in front. I mean, his shooting has been almost flawless.
Rozier kicks to Morris. Over Harkless. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And the Celtics lead by 1. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Portland. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
You know, and last year, the Celtics became real. Even in defeat to a superior team. I mean, they found a winning formula and accelerated their timeline.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Myers Leonard. Aminu comes in for Maurice Harkless. Turner's checked in for Stauskas. And McCollum subbed in for Damian Lillard. Gordon Hayward's checked in for the Celtics. Marcus Smart comes in for Jaylen Brown. And now running up the court, Hayward's pushing it up. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Turner.
Love how smart Hayward is on that drive right there. Terrific at staying in attack mode and getting the call.
2 shots.
And with the Celtics' advancement to the Eastern Conference Finals, you know, Chris, it's amazing. They were actually the Game 7 favorites against a LeBron-led squad.
Well, yeah, the Celtics had existed in theory more than in reality. I mean, so young and inexperienced, but not by the end of the season. I mean, what a juggernaut they could become.
And the first one at the line is good.
There's been a lot of evolution to Hayward's game, during his career. I'm not sure too many people saw him becoming the terrific player he is today.
And so he hits both. And seeing Gordon Hayward out there, you have to be glad that he was able to recover the way he has from that devastating injury on opening night last season.
And I remember your call of the moment, Kevin. The whole NBA world just was shocked on that opening night. As bad as it looked, it seemed to be clean enough to where Hayward won't have any lasting issues with it. The rehab obviously wasn't easy, and I'm sure Hayward is just thankful that he's been able to come back completely from that injury.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, last season started with that horrific injury to Gordon Hayward's leg. Now, it's been a long road back for him, but he took heart in the encouragement he received, not just from his family, but from so many well-wishers. He said, "You realize how lucky you are to have people from all over supporting you." Guys?
David, I think everyone is rooting for his complete recovery. Thanks for that report. And that one falls for Smart. Chris, you've played in so many big moments, pressure-filled moments. When you look around the league, who are the guys, if you were coaching or on their team, who are the guys you'd want to take the last shot? And I'm going to exclude yourself because I know you'd like that last shot. But give me some guys who you could see doing it if you played with them.
Let's just go through the history. Let's go to KD and him coming down on that left side in the finals, shooting a 3, walk-in dribble, shooting a tough 3. And he's done that in 2 big games in the last few seasons. So let's go with KD. How about Steph?
Yes.
Let's go with his teammate Steph Curry from anywhere on the floor, hit you with big 3s or layups. Okay, let's go to Harden out there in Houston. We know what he can do late in the game. And then if I just like a running one-hander to my left side while looking left and shooting right with the floater off the top of the grass, I'm going to that man, LeBron James, at the last second. We got some great players in this league. It's great to be a fan, Kevin. There's some good basketball going on.
It is. We're lucky, huh?
Yeah.
He feeds it to Hayward. Over Aminu. And it's Boston with another.
You have to love Hayward's approach inside, doing damage against good defense.
Trailblazers trail by 7. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game. Boston making some changes. Al Horford's checked in for Aaron Baines. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Rozier. Turner against Smart. From 13. They get the rebound. Curry looking it over. Dishes it to McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Over Hayward. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Celtics ball.
Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. On Wednesday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Friday, They'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's McCollum. A 35-point game for him in the win against the Clippers. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. Turner inside, defended by Hayward. Here's Curry. That one rolling around and rims out.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Offensive rebound. Here's Tatum. Nurkic with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooting. Nice bucket. There's no question about his skills at the offensive end.
Hayward finds Irving. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 3 assists in the game.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. You can't let him have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort. Wow, he's really been dragging him down tonight.
Smart sinks it from just inside the baseline. And now a 12-point Celtic lead.
His field goal percentage is creeping up there now. I mean, it wasn't pretty in the first quarter.
And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last.
Celtics ball.
And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the Trailblazers.
And their guards really have done what they could to keep it close. What little offense they've been able to generate has come from the backcourt. They just need a little more balance.
Curry against Irving to the inside. And the basket by Horford.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. It's a 14-point game. Moving on from this game, they're scheduled to take on the Lakers at the Staples Center. That will kick off a 6-game road trip for the team. Now here's McCollum. Over Smart. Again, McCollum missing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Smart passes to Hayward. Irving against Curry. Back to Hayward. The tray. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 6th assist on the night.
Well, if you thought the D was going to tighten up on him here in the second quarter, think again.
Now here's Curry. He picked up 18 points in their last win against the Clippers.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. He also did a great job at creating for his teammates. So many assists tonight.
Curry with it. He's covered by Irving. Curry's shot is off.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
With some arc, Horford. It's good on the putback. And the Celtics lead by 19.
You have got to box out Horford on the glass, given his size.
Smart against McCollum. It's good. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Takes the 13-footer. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Lighting up the scoreboard all night. I mean, Irving's showing the versatility and his persistence.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Turner. And the 3 off target.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Actually, Chris, one of the shorter teams last season, the Celtics made up for it with excellent athleticism and length, wingspan.
Oh, yeah, you think about it. Jaylen Brown measured 6'6" in height, but had over a 7-foot wingspan. Rozier Smart They might not be the tallest guys in the world, but, man, they play big.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here's Hayward, and he gets the bucket. Hayward's got 11 points.
And boy, has he come alive. Since the start of the second quarter, he has been on fire.
And Turner kicks to Nurkic, knocked away. Curry against Irving. Curry finds Nurkic. Now here's McCollum. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Al Horford. 13th in field goal percentage. And he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And as you mentioned, one of the more efficient scorers in pro basketball. He challenges defenders with his bravado, and more often than not, he prevails. Now here's Curry. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Kicks to McCollum. The three. And Boston with the rebound. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Irving. We've got 1:48 left in the first half of basketball. At the elbow, Horford. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Nurkic. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. 11 points for Horford.
Wow, he's only going to hit that shot about 1 out of 10 times.
Turner passes to McCollum. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game.
He better watch it. He doesn't want to pick up a third foul before halftime.
Maurice Harkless is checked in for the Trailblazers. Stauskas comes in for Curry. The Celtics also changing it up. Marcus Morris comes in for Tatum. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Gordon Hayward. Now, here is Irving after Mo Harkless's miss. Outside Irving. To the middle. It's deflected. Nurkic with the steal. 58 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Poked away. Stolen by Smart. Now here's Brown. He's guarded closely. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what. I mean, Horford does a great job of keeping this team together. A glue guy, high IQ. Teammates love him. Then he's capable of stepping up big when it matters most.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Myers Leonard comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Al-Farouq Aminu.
Shooting one.
The free throw off from Horford.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical. And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Now here's Smart. He's got 7. Pass to Horford. Fires the 3. Good, and Smart gets the assist. 16 points for Al Horford.
It's no wonder why they're in front when you take into consideration that he's been perfect from the field so far.
Lillard against Morris. Lillard outside. He kicks it to McCollum. Takes the 3. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Celtics ball. Substitution for the Celtics. Aaron Baines. Terry Rozier.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Boston on top, running away with it. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you're in a good position here at the break. What do you tell your team to make sure they don't let up?
Well, I don't think it's about letting up or playing better. It's just playing the right way. We just have to play good basketball. And we talked about it before the game. That's our goal going into the game. That doesn't change no matter what the score is. So that'll be the discussion at halftime.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA halftime show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
They're going right to the rim, finishing every chance they get. The D was helpless trying to stop them and beating them inside. I love the relentlessness and the aggressive style. This is how you impose your will on another team.
Shaq, how do you think Portland played?
Well, they got to do a better job on the glass. Ernie, they got outworked. They were weak physically. That's part of how they fell behind in this game. I think if they can control those things, they'll be okay, Ernie.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
High above downtown Portland. You get the great idea of the beauty of the city, folks. Welcome back, everyone, to the Pacific Northwest. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
His points production thus far, off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters, just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, right. I mean, the defense hasn't had an answer for this guy yet. Just too skilled, too driven thus far.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. On the floor for Boston, they've got Horford. Smart is out there with Irving, and it's Hayward, and it's Tatum in at the power forward. Here's McCollum, and Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Irving with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Lillard against Irving, pulls it up. C.J. McCollum with the rebound.
I like the shot selection on that one, despite the miss.
Outside Turner. Hayward with some nice D.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those 2 things that he possesses.
Irving kicks to Horford. Hayward outside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Tatum, and he lays it straight in. Tatum's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Celtics.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Nurkic dishes to McCollum. Over Smart. Tries again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Oh, he's a real menace. Nurkic is 7'1". He's difficult to guard without fouling.
And with Jusuf Nurkic, the Bosnian center, he's so aggressive on the floor, he can be a fantastic player.
And fans always want more from Nurkic. I mean, they see the flashes of what he can do when he's active and aggressive. Nurkic himself knows that this is a case with him, and it's something he's trying to iron out.
2.
And he makes the first.
Wow, the toughness and the edge Nurkic provides, it's awesome. A physical big man. He makes an impact on both ends of the floor.
And both free throws good for Nurkic.
And Nurkic, the last few seasons, has shown that he can be a capable starter. The offense is solid, and he's a great rebounder. He'll get more than his fair share of double-doubles when he sees the floor enough.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 20. Back to Smart. Over McCollum. Nice shot by Smart. Smart's got 9. And for Nurkic, a lot of how he plays, Chris, is based on where his head's at.
And that is a case for a lot of NBA players. Nurkic isn't alone in that regard, but when he is engaged, he can just attack the glass on both ends. The defense can use some work, but overall, he knows how to contribute.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
They've come in with a great overall strategy, the right attitude, and the scoreboard reflects that. They needed that. I mean, they were getting a little tense after starting the half 0 for 3.
Smart deciding where to go with it. Hayward outside. Down low. He's looking for Horford and finds him.
Oh, that's a big boy bucket by Horford. He just used his delicate touch despite getting bodied by the D.
And Chris, a unique aspect of Horford's game, he's the rare big who can repeatedly initiate the offense.
Oh, yeah, he's a good ball handler, has great vision. You see him making the right decision time and time again. He's the consummate team player.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Al Horford.
Last year was a season of up and down for the Blazers. I mean, when you think about it, they won their division title for just the second time since 2000, third overall in the West, but were blindsided by the Pelicans and swept in the first round.
Here's Aminu, and he overshot that one, missing.
Only 1 for 5 to start the half. I mean, whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right ones.
Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a three-point play. That sends Jason Tatum to the free throw line. That's on Al-Farouq Aminu. And that first-round exit for the Blazers really overshadowed, Chris, the good they accomplished in the regular season.
And that's a shame because they had a fantastic year overall as a group. I mean, they had a late-season surge in March to secure the division and third in the West. They don't necessarily have the talent of other teams. They're in a small market, but those are the breaks in the NBA. I'm sure this group will be out with a chip on their shoulder because of it.
And that one falls for Tatum. C-Webb, what a rookie year it was for Tatum. Never hit a wall. He only got better as time went on.
I remember doing his games in college. I mean, it was the same thing that happened then. Second half of the season was stronger than the first. He has a maturity beyond his years, both mentally and physically.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
That's because he's finding his spots. No hesitation. You can sense his confidence.
And on the way from Irving for 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Turner finds Lillard. Fires the 3. Rebound Boston. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Smart against Aminu. Smart misses. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. And the call will be against Al Horford. That's foul number 2 for him. Out left to the wing. Here's Aminu, and the 3 ball is good. Aminu's got 6.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And there's the foul. It goes on Evan Turner. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The feed to Smart. To the middle. And a dunk by Horford.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding the open man.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Now a timeout called by Portland.
Start it.
And no doubt that Marcus Smart is one of the better defenders at his position. Quick feet are complemented by that strong frame, and he just digs in and against would-be scorers and just never lets them get comfortable.
And a look here at the shot chart for McCollum.
And these sorts of nights can happen. I mean, an extremely rough outing from him in terms of his efficiency. And at this point, the only thing you can hope for is to try to get into some sort of rhythm. Get a couple in a row, try to get to the free throw line, and build some confidence.
Now here's Turner. He has 5. And the 3 ball is good. McCollum's got 5 points in the quarter. And Greg was Smart. When he's off the floor or injured, you notice just how it changes the team's defense.
Yeah, I mean, the defense overall just seems to have less bite, less edge, less toughness without Smart. And the way he plays, you feel like he is looking to make a play on defense rather than just trying to slow his man down. Great at taking charges and forcing turnovers. He is truly the catalyst of their defense.
For Boston, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
For the Trailblazers, Harkless is checked in for Aminu. And Curry subbed in for McCollum. And the Celtics also making a change. Tice is checked in.
One shot, gentlemen.
Yeah, and you think about big transitions. Isaiah Thomas was a soldier for the Celtics, got traded for Kyrie, and then Kyrie came in and just made all the fans fall in love with him.
Now here's Lillard. 24 points for him.
The superior strength on display. Nurkic excels at absorbing contact and muscling the shot in regardless.
And for the Celtics, lots of transitions last year for sure.
Yeah, and with all the injuries, it was, next man up. Tatum in for Hayward, Rozier in for Kyrie. Later in the season, I mean, Brown went from raw athlete to dependable scorer.
Mind the lanes.
Free throw good. Nurkic, for a long time, beat writers and media personnel have determined NBA awards. C-Webb is someone who's been up for some of these. Do you feel the voting system as structured now is fair?
I don't know how it can be fair if it doesn't have any players or coaches involved. I can't necessarily vote on the best doctors because I don't know what it entails, but I can definitely trust other doctors to give their comments on their peers. I think peer awareness is some of the most reliable that you can go for. But, I mean, we have some very knowledgeable writers, sports writers, and media personnel that know. But for the most part, you need help of the players and the coaches to make sure that the integrity is there.
Here's Tice after the made shot from Mo Harkless. Hayward, left side, shoots over Lillard, misses off the left iron.
You know what, just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Golden State, a terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season as we all know. And, of course, Portland, 6.5 games behind them.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they had the kind of hot and cold start that we've kind of come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of a breakout season.
They do look like they're the same kind of team they were last year. Good, but not special. Oh, man, what about the ascension of Jaylen Brown? I mean, come on. He's an uber athlete, super smart, strong, long wingspan, and very raw coming into the league.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Stauskas is checked in. The Celtics also changing it up. Morris is checked in for Hayward. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Irving. And that one misses. And the development period for Brown could have been longer, but he was thrust into a leading role.
Oh, come on. He had to play extra minutes. I mean, those injuries. But most importantly, he had to create offense. Ball handling may have been his biggest weakness when he entered the league, but he's already turned that into a strength.
6 on the shot clock. High post try. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Boston's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well.
Well, how about the quickness of that release? Brown just draining that catch-and-shoot jumper with ease.
Inside, and then Leonard with the dunk.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here's Rozier. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Tatum kicks to Morris. The shot from the low post is good. Morris has got his second basket of the night.
How about the strength of Morris, shrugging off the D and nailing the shot?
Tatum against Curry. Some solid defense from Brown.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
Rozier for 3, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Lillard the pass to Curry. Now Harkless. Back to Curry. Got a hand on it. Outside Tatum. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Portland's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Here's Curry, and it's blocked.
The long arm of the law. Tatum prohibiting that shot from ever having a chance.
Celtics making a switch here. Baines is checked in.
Baines.
Lillard against Brown. From the stripe. And Boston with the rebound. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Stauskas. The Trailblazers shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Curry against Brown. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. And now look at Boston's upcoming schedule. The Chicago Bulls come into town, tipping off a homestand for them. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors.
And this is a perfect situation for them coming up. They'll be facing a lot of teams that they should beat, and those games will be at home. Can't ask for a better stretch of the schedule.
Just 5 on the clock. From the line, the rebound by the Celtics. Baines has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Tatum drives in. And when the Celtics traded out of the first overall pick in 2017, many, Greg, thought they were settling for Jason Tatum for team needs. But he might be the best overall player in that draft.
Listen, the Celtics said they would have been fine taking Tatum first overall, and I believe him. I mean, Tatum looks like he could be a superstar very early in his career and does everything at a high level and is already a terrific shooter from deep. Plus, he just has a poise and an air about his game that speaks of superstar.
And that one falls for Tatum.
And, of course, the Celtics traded back from number 1 to number 3 to draft Tatum in terms of readiness and absolute steal.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. One area that the Blazers struggled with last year was ball movement. They have a bad habit of going one-on-one too often.
Yeah, you might have to talk to the coach about that. The players fall into playing iso ball way too much. I mean, in the NBA era where passing and ball movement are king, the Blazers are falling behind, and it's costing them. They were last in the league in assists and second to last in total passes. And I just can't cut it.
Brown drives in, and there's the foul. It'll go on Mo Harkless. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Celtics have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Taking 2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. And Jaylen Brown was giving quite the compliment on his game from Draymond Green, who felt, Greg, that Brown was good enough to be an all-star.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be fully on board with that assessment in terms of last year, but I do think he's well on his way to becoming an all-star. His scoring and offensive impact continues to grow each year, and he's shown a great knack on the defensive side as well. Terrific two-way player. The sky is the limit.
Lillard against Rozier. The pass to Stauskas. Pass to Leonard. Three-pointer, Lillard. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And that's now 27 points for Damian Lillard.
Well, he's doing his best to get them back into this game. He's been money from the field.
Rozier kicks to Tatum. Here's Brown, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Unusual about the Celtics last year. I mean, their young players just kept getting better. I mean, there was no rookie wall, just the opposite. I mean, even through the playoffs, they kept learning and kept improving.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. See, Webb, when you look at the player development, that's both the front office and the head coach working together.
Yeah, Ainge has drafted all the right players. He hired the right coach in Stevens, who has pushed all the right buttons. And, the Stevens-Ainge combination, that's lethal.
Zach Collins checked in for Seth Curry. And he's good on the second.
And Brown is just an exceptional player. Really love whenever he shows off his athletic ability.
Lillard finds Harkless. 1:11 left in the third quarter. Stauskas, the pass to Lillard. No good with the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now, here's Rozier. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Brown, good.
And Brown is just utilizing his athleticism yet again. I mean, this time from the interior, though, but just sinking these close-range shots.
Here's Stauskas, guarded by Tatum. Stauskas kicks to Lillard. Pass to Collins. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Second personal foul. 4th team foul.
First trip to the line for him here.
2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
The first free throw is good, and Portland making a change here. McCollum's checked in. Boston also with a sub. Smart's checked in for Tatum. And so Collins nails both of them. And it's Smart with the ball for the Celtics. Feeds to Baines. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Leonard. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Harkless with the bucket.
Oh, that's the goal every trip. Get the good look from close range.
And the foul called on Myers-Leonard. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Jaylen Brown. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Brown.
I like that he's playing with an edge here in the second half. I mean, he didn't get to the line once in the first half.
And Brown drops them both. 15 seconds left to play here in the third. McCollum against Rozier. McCollum right side. The teardrop falls in. McCollum's got 7 points here in this quarter. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Right back after this break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Portland, they've got Lehman. Myers-Leonard is out there with Swanigan, and it's Trent in at the point. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Now look, when you watch Marcus Morris, I mean, he's been around the league. He understands how to play the game. Sometimes you just need to be put in the right system. It's just timing. That happened for him last season.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Morris. And when you give Morris some freedom on the offensive end, he can carry you through long stretches.
Kevin, he's a terrific shooter. I mean, from standstill, off the dribble, back to the basket, it really doesn't matter with him. The other thing he gives you, tremendous toughness. He likes to mix it up. He won't back down from a challenge, I'll tell you that.
And Morris drops them both. Last year, the NBA moved the trade deadline to before the All-Star break, C-Web. Did you like that decision?
It caused teams to make trade decisions much sooner, and I like that. But I don't like the fact that maybe if, let's say, I'm a fan of Utah Jazz, and you trade the player that we love so much, and he's an all-star, and I can't root for him as a Utah Jazz fan. So as a fan, it gets a little bit tricky because that's still my player, and I want to celebrate with this guy at the All-Star break, but maybe I can't. But I think that what it does is it makes teams much more competitive because no longer can you sit back and wait and have the time you could before to think as much as you could. Now you have to make a decision on who your team is, the identity, and do you want to get better now or take the risk now? And I think it's put some teams on the hot seat, and I like seeing teams on the hot seat having to make decisions quickly.
2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Anyway, talk about a coach who gets the most out of his guys and what he has to work with. I mean, that's none other than Brad Stevens. I mean, he's done it for years. First in college, now on the greatest level.
Leonard hits them both. And talking about Stevens, many people were shocked when he received 0 votes from his peers for Coach of the Year.
Well, yeah, I think people just got used to his style. And it's not just the great scheme that he has. He does a fantastic, subtle job of motivating players and keeping everyone focused.
Trent passes to Lehman. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
4th foul of the game for him. He's starting to get into that danger zone.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Taken away by Williams.
And thought that pass was going to get through, but no. All of a sudden, he was going the other way with the basketball.
Wanamaker the pass to Rozier, and it's in there.
The assist, Brad Wanamaker.
Here's Stauskas. Chris, in football, you have the franchise tag. It allows a team to keep a superstar by delaying his free agency. Would that work in the NBA?
I'm not sure if that would work in the NBA. It would be what else would reward this player in the franchise tag? Does it allow freedom for other players to come? I think that we're going to have to address some of these issues as time goes on, especially in a place like Golden State where they have so many great players there. But one of the great things about the NBA is the freedom of movement, and I don't think that we've seen really any teams get hurt too bad by the superstar leaving if they've acknowledged he's going to leave and made a trade for him. It is when that they don't acknowledge, a la Orlando with Shaq, a la a couple of other teams, they don't acknowledge that this guy may leave, that you truly end up with nothing. So I'm not sure about that franchise tag yet, Kevin. The NBA is doing great. Players are moving around, and we're going to need some other teams to combat the dominant team overall.
The Trailblazers shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Here's Trent. Rozier defending. Leonard looking around. Passes to Swanigan. Just 4 to shoot. It's stolen by Morris. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Kicks to Baines. Now here's Rozier. Not a lot of room. Here's Wanamaker, and he jams it with authority.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
And that's a play they'll run over and over, fellas, as long as he keeps working.
Here's Trent after the basket by Boston. To stop the drought, it's good from long range.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, they've been tremendous from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first 2 quarters, though.
Here's Wanamaker. Every once in a while, we hear about the brotherhood of the NBA. C-Web, when you hear that term, what does it mean to you?
It means it's the truth. When I got to the NBA as a rookie, the thing that amazed me the most was that I was already part of a fraternity. There was no having to be kind of welcomed in. You are welcomed in once you're part of the NBA. Guys want to see you do well. Right. Not against them, not against their team, but guys want to see you do well because they know the work, the effort, the sacrifice that it takes to get to this level. And that's a really refreshing feeling, knowing the guys got your best interest as long as it isn't against them that night.
Yeah, great perspective on that topic. And the first one drops. Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston. So he gets them both. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Trent passes to Leonard. Here's Swanigan. Here's Lehman. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Now, here's Rozier. He's guarded closely, and the layup's good off the glass. Rozier's got 6 points in the quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now, here's Leonard. Now the pass to Stauskas. No good on the triple. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for Boston. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Wanamaker. Compared to when you were playing, C-Web, how have the baseline skill requirements for the fours and the fives, the power forwards and the centers, changed, do you think, the most?
The ability to stretch the floor. There's a lot more emphasis on mobility, especially at the defensive end. And I don't think you can have a player who is a specialist anymore in the game. I've played with some great defenders. The Ben Wallaces, the Davis boys there in Indiana, but those positions are no longer valued or needed anymore. You can no longer be a defensive player that can't score on the other end. You have to be a player in the NBA now with the total skill set. That means mobility, shooting, dribble, passing. All of those things have to be encompassed, or there's a way to make sure to highlight you with a mismatch and take you out of the game.
Good documentation. I like that. And here are the Trailblazers now after the basket by Boston. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second despite being down.
Caleb Swanigan taking 2 shots.
2.
The first one falls. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And it comes to playing the role of villain in the eyes of many NBA fans. You know, you've got LeBron going to Miami, Durant leaving OKC, going to Golden State. C-Web is having someone to root against good for the league. It seems to build some passion in sports for sure.
I mean, there can never be a hero without a villain. Sure. Even if that villain is temporary for one season. So one of the great things about the NBA is that our off season normally is just as exciting as the main season because of the trades and who's going where and the changing of allegiances, of alliances. I mean, so I definitely love all the movement. And, you know, the great thing is you're never going to agree with what any player does 100% the whole time. So I love seeing the changes in the league and having someone to root against. I think it's good for the fan soul to have somebody that you can honestly root against.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pass to Stauskas from past the arc, knocks down the 3 ball.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. You can't let them have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
Pass to Wanamaker. Here's Trent. The pass to Lehman. 5 on the clock. Over Morris. And it doesn't even draw iron. Pass to Rozier. Back to Morris. Here's Baines. He's covered by Leonard. Rozier. They get it back. And it's Baines missing.
I'm not sure if the D bothered him or if he just lost concentration on that one, but that's a layup he should convert.
And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation. We know that stars, especially superstars, get some level of benefit from the refs. What do you think of that? Is that good for the game?
I think the refs should always be fair. I think, yes, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt if you're a James Harden and you can cross everyone over and you get 10 free throws a game. He earns those most nights. But, yeah, there's going to be some nights in which he gets a call or two here because as an offensive player, you want to be so aggressive that you put the referees in a tough position to make a tough call and to see what that was. Fans want to see the best players play, not sit. So you have to be judicious with how far you go, but just sometimes slip in the tendencies. And I used to get so mad when all I would do is go challenge the shot. The human kickstand would kick his leg out. The ref would say I fouled him. I didn't foul him. And the best actor in the world would get to go to the line, get a 4-pointer. And okay, Caleb, what was the question again? Stars. Oh, superstars getting.
I don't know. Let's stop. Let's stop. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Back to Lillard. Outside Leonard. Stauskas inside the line. And that one hits back iron.
He'll be beating himself up if they can't come back because he is not carrying his weight at the offensive end.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
That's his first 2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
At the line for the Celtics, Brad Wanamaker. Taking 2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. See, Webb, there was a time when athletes spoke up about societal issues and they were simply told to, just stick to sports. That is no longer the case.
Basketball was built on players speaking their mind. The one thing about the game of basketball, whether you're from Serbia like my friend Vlade or you're from Detroit like me, it's an urban game. And you cannot leave the problems of urban society just because you were blessed with the talent to play basketball. And so many of us speak up on societal issues. Just because we made it doesn't mean that our friends and family are out of those situations. We're not in a bubble in which we don't see how those issues affect us, our family, or our friends. And so just because we are blessed with basketball abilities, sporting abilities, does not mean that we're exempt from the problems in society. And if we have a platform and can speak out, why not? And I'm very proud of what guys in the league has done, whether it's LeBron James and his scholarship program, or whether it's Chris Paul and others, or Steve Kerr speaking up for societal issues. For me, it's refreshing, but it also is in the lineage of the greats that started this game in basketball, speaking up for the voiceless.
Well said. Well said. Now here's Leonard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for your Trailblazers, Nick Stauskas. Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Stauskas. And both free throws good for Stauskas. Here's Rozier. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Lillard. Harkless kicks to Lillard. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Rozier the pass to Morris. Here's Tice, defended by Harkless. The Celtics working the ball around now. 4 on the shot clock. And here's Morris for 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Boston.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Jason Tatum.
Wow, he owned this game. He never stopped working. He did it all for them, and you can't help but admire that kind of effort.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And here's Portland. Here is Lillard. Pass to Stauskas. 34 seconds left to play here in the fourth. The 3. That shot off the mark. And it's Boston the other way. Rozier kicks to Morris. Passes it to Wanamaker. And there's the pass to Tice. Clock at 6. Here's Baines. Boston again missing. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Gordon, nice win for you guys tonight. What was the difference?
Energy. I think we play with a lot of energy, passion, especially defensively. You know, when we're all doing our job and we're playing and we're focused and we're solid defensively, we're not really having lapses, we can be a pretty good team. You know, that we don't have to walk the ball up the court and it's not as difficult on our offense. So it all starts defensively, and I think it all starts with energy down there.
You've become one of the best young defensive teams in the league, Gordon. Thanks very much. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.